Do you feel like you need to sit at a desk and study a textbook for 5 hours straight just to improve your English?
What if we told you that the real secret to fluency only takes a few minutes a day? Welcome back to the Daily English Loop, the podcast where learning English is always completely easy, natural, and incredibly fun. I'm Lisa.
And I'm Alex. Today, we're not talking about complicated grammar rules. Instead, we're talking about the power of small habits to improve your English quickly.
Oh, I absolutely love this topic. Habits are the secret to learning anything. Small actions that you repeat every single day make a massive difference over time.
Exactly. You just need to build tiny, positive daily routines into your life. But before we start sharing these amazing tips for 2026, we have a quick favor to ask our wonderful audience.
Oh, yes. To everyone listening right now, if you enjoy our show and want to support us, please click the like button on this video or audio track. It helps our channel grow so much.
And please hit that subscribe button for the Daily English Loop. When you subscribe, you join our community, and you'll never miss a fun, free English lesson. Also, if you have friends, family, or coworkers who are trying to improve their English, please share this podcast with them.
Thank you so much, guys. Okay, Alex, my morning green tea is ready, and I see you have your giant mug of hot dark roast coffee. I'm ready to learn. What's the very first small habit our listeners can start doing today?
Well, Lisa, I think the absolute best place to start is at the very beginning of the day. My first tip is called the 5-minute morning routine.
The 5-minute morning routine. That sounds very quick and easy. What exactly do we do during those 5 minutes?
It's simple. As soon as you wake up, before you check your phone, before you check social media, and before you even get out of bed, I want you to think of 3 simple sentences in English.
Just 3 sentences? Like, I'm very tired, the sun is shining, and I want to drink tea?
Yes, exactly like that. Just 3 very basic sentences describing how you feel or what you see. Doing this immediately wakes up the English-speaking part of your brain before the day even begins.
That's a brilliant idea. It takes almost zero effort, but it forces your brain to switch into English mode right away. It's very powerful.
It really is. Now, my second tip involves something we all use constantly, our smartphones. We look at our screens all day long.
Oh, yes, I probably check my phone 100 times a day. What's the habit?
The habit is to go into your phone settings right now and change the entire operating system language to English.
Oh, wow. Change the whole phone to English? That sounds like a very big and scary step for a beginner, Alex. Is it too difficult?
It might feel a little strange for the first 2 days, but think about it. You already know exactly where all the buttons are. You know what the camera icon looks like, you know where the settings gear is, and you know how to send a text message.
That's very true. I don't even read the words anymore. My fingers just know where to tap.
Right. So when you open your Clock app and you see the word alarm instead of the word in your native language, your brain makes the connection instantly and naturally.
I love that. You're exposing yourself to English vocabulary hundreds of times a day without even trying. It's completely passive learning. You learn while you just live your normal life.
Exactly. Speaking of living your normal life, Lisa, what about the physical objects inside our homes?
Ah, that leads perfectly into my next tip. It's a classic technique, but it works so well. I call it the sticky note habit.
Sticky notes? You mean putting those little yellow pieces of paper all over the house?
Yes, buy a pack of sticky notes and a thick black marker. Walk around your apartment and write the English name of common household objects on the notes, then stick them directly on the objects.
Oh, I used to do this when I was learning Spanish. I put a note that said espejo on my bathroom mirror and a note that said puerta on my front door.
Exactly. You stick the word mirror on your mirror. You stick refrigerator on your fridge.
That's fantastic for A1 beginner learners. Every single time you brush your teeth, you're forced to look at the word sink. You associate the physical object with the English vocabulary word instantly.
It turns your entire house into a private English classroom. It's very effective. Okay, Alex, I have another tip. This one is for people who spend a lot of time scrolling on social media.
Guilty. I spend way too much time watching short videos online. What's the habit?
Since short videos like Reels, TikToks, and YouTube Shorts are so popular in 2026, you should use them to your advantage. The habit is deliberately follow 3 English-speaking content creators. Just 3.
Only 3? That's very manageable.
Yes, and make sure they're people who talk about topics you actually enjoy. If you love cooking, follow an English-speaking chef. If you love cars, follow a mechanic.
I see. So when I'm lying on my sofa just relaxing and scrolling through my feed, I'll suddenly see a fun 30-second video completely in English.
Exactly. It's not a boring grammar lesson. You're just hearing the natural rhythm of the language. You're watching their facial expressions while they speak. It trains your ears to understand native speed.
That's a fantastic tip, Lisa. And I actually have a bonus habit to add to that one. When you watch those videos, you should always open the comment section.
The comments section? Why should we read the comments?
Because the comments are filled with real, everyday English slang. People on the internet write in very short, casual sentences. It's the best place to see how native speakers actually communicate with each other today.
Wow, Alex, that's an incredibly smart tip. Reading comments is like reading a modern, casual conversation. I never thought about that.
It's very helpful. Okay, Lisa, let's talk about the scariest part of learning English for most people, actually opening your mouth and speaking.
Yes, speaking makes a lot of learners very nervous. They're afraid of making mistakes.
I understand that fear, but I have a habit that completely removes the pressure. I call it the sports commentator habit.
A sports commentator, like the guys who call the football games on TV?
Exactly. But instead of a football game, you're describing your own life. When you're completely alone in your house, I want you to talk to yourself out loud. Narrate what you're doing.
So, if I'm doing chores, I'd say out loud, I'm washing the coffee cups. The water is very warm. Now I'm drying the cups with a blue towel. Like that?
Yes, it sounds a little bit crazy, I know, but it forces your mouth muscles to physically practice forming English words. You don't need a speaking partner.
That's actually brilliant. I can say, I'm putting on my black winter coat. Now I'm opening the front door. It builds so much confidence because nobody is listening to you.
Right, there's zero judgment. If you say the wrong word, who cares? You just correct yourself and keep going.
I love that. And speaking of practicing without pressure, in 2026, we have some amazing new technology right in our pockets. We have advanced AI assistants on our phones.
Oh, yes, artificial intelligence is changing language learning completely. What's the habit?
The habit is to have a 2-minute spoken conversation with your AI assistant every single day. Just 2 minutes.
That's a fantastic idea. AI never gets tired and it never gets annoyed if you speak very slowly.
Exactly. You can activate your phone and say, hey, what's the weather forecast for tomorrow? Or tell me a short, funny joke. And the AI will reply to you in perfect, natural English.
It's like having a free, incredibly patient English tutor available 24 hours a day. I actually use AI to practice my pronunciation. If I don't know how to say a word, I ask the AI to pronounce it for me, and then I repeat it.
It's amazing how much technology can accelerate our learning in 2026.
It really is. But while technology is great, we shouldn't forget about the old classic habits. For example, using music.
Oh, I love music. How do we turn listening to music into a daily learning habit?
The habit is to choose just one English song every day. But you don't just listen to the music, you have to actively read the lyrics at the same time.
The lyrics. Yes, in 2026, almost every music streaming app highlights the lyrics on your screen as the singer sings them.
Right, and you should try to sing along. Singing is the absolute best way to learn how English words link together.
What do you mean by linking?
In spoken English, native speakers don't say every word perfectly clearly. For example, instead of saying, "I want to go," a singer will sing, "I wanna go." Music teaches you that natural flow and rhythm better than any textbook.
Yes, and it doesn't feel like studying at all. It feels like you're just having a private concert in your bedroom.
Exactly. Okay, I have another very practical, real-world tip. This one is for when you leave your house to go to the supermarket.
Ooh, I go grocery shopping every Sunday. What should I do?
I want you to start writing your weekly grocery shopping list entirely in English.
Oh, I see. So instead of writing the word for bread in my native language, I write bread in English on my list.
Exactly. Write down milk, chicken, onions, apples. Then, when you're walking down the aisle in the supermarket and you pick up a green apple, you look at the English word on your paper.
That creates a very strong mental connection between the physical object in your hand and the English vocabulary word.
Yes, you're engaging your brain and your hands at the same time. It makes remembering food vocabulary so much easier.
I'm definitely going to do that this Sunday. Okay, Alex, we've talked about morning habits and daytime habits. Do you have a habit for the very end of the day?
I do. This is my favorite habit of all. It's called the one-sentence nightly journal.
A journal? Like writing a diary before bed?
Yes, but people often quit diaries because writing a whole page takes too much time. So the rule is you're only allowed to write one single sentence about your day in English before you turn off the light.
Just one sentence. That's not intimidating at all. Anyone can write one sentence.
Exactly. You can write, "Today my boss was very annoying," or "I ate a delicious pizza for dinner," or simply, "I'm very tired today."
That's a wonderful way to practice using past tense verbs like I went, I saw, or I ate.
It is, but the real magic happens at the end of the month. After 30 days, you can look back at your notebook and you'll see 30 complete sentences written in perfect English.
Wow, that would make you feel so proud of yourself.
It builds incredible motivation. When you physically see your progress on paper, it proves that you're actually becoming an English speaker.
These are such brilliant tips, Alex, and they're all so tiny. 5 minutes to think in the morning, 1 minute to write a sentence at night.
That's the big secret to language learning, Lisa. Consistency is always more important than intensity.
Consistency. That's a great vocabulary word. Consistency means doing something regularly, every single day, without stopping.
Right. Studying for 5 minutes every single day is much, much better for your brain than studying for 4 hours only on a Sunday and then ignoring English for the rest of the week.
It's like watering a houseplant. If you give a plant a tiny bit of water every day, it grows strong. If you give it a giant bucket of water once a month, it'll probably die.
That's a perfect metaphor. Your English brain is a plant. You have to water it daily with these tiny habits.
Alex, I just thought of one more really good habit. This is for people who love watching movies on streaming services like Netflix.
Oh, watching movies is a great way to learn. What's the habit?
It involves using the subtitles, but there's a specific strategy. If you're a beginner, you should listen to the movie's audio in your native language, but turn the subtitles on in English.
That's very smart. You can relax and understand the story, but your eyes are constantly reading the English translations of the dialogue.
Exactly. Or if you're an intermediate learner, do the opposite. Listen to the audio in English, but keep the subtitles in your native language so you don't get lost.
In 2026, many streaming platforms even offer dual subtitles, where you can see the English text and your native language text stacked on top of each other at the same time.
Dual subtitles are a game changer. You can pause the movie, look at the English sentence structure, and instantly see the translation. You're learning advanced grammar while watching a comedy movie.
You're laughing and learning simultaneously. It's the best combination.
Okay, Alex, we've shared so many amazing habits today. Let's do a quick mental review to make sure our listeners remember them all.
Good idea. Is there one final overarching habit we should mention?
Yes, the most important habit of all is the curiosity habit.
The curiosity habit. What does that mean?
It means that whenever you're walking down the street and you see an object, an animal, or a situation, and you don't know the English word for it, you must look it up immediately.
Yes, never let the curiosity fade away. If I see a strange-looking tool in a hardware store, I immediately pull out my phone and search for the translation.
And in 2026, you can just point your smartphone camera at the object and an AI app will instantly tell you the English name for it.
Technology makes it so easy, but the habit is cultivating that internal desire to ask, how do I say this in English, all day long?
Yes, that simple question will expand your vocabulary faster than any textbook.
Wow, Lisa, we've covered a massive amount of valuable information today. I'm feeling very inspired to improve my own daily routines.
Me too, Alex. I'm definitely going to start the one-sentence nightly journal tonight before I go to sleep.
That's the perfect attitude. But we need to give our listeners a very important warning.
Oh, yes. Please listen carefully, everyone. Don't try to start all 10 of these new habits tomorrow morning.
Exactly. If you try to change everything about your life in one day, you'll feel overwhelmed, you'll get stressed, and you'll quit by Wednesday.
It's too much pressure. Instead, just pick 1 or 2 habits that sound fun to you.
Choose one morning habit, like thinking of 3 English sentences when you wake up, and choose one evening habit, like writing 1 sentence in a journal.
Master those 2 habits first. Once they feel completely automatic, then you can add another one, like changing your phone's language setting. Slow and steady wins the race.
That's brilliant advice. Start small, stay consistent, and keep the process enjoyable.
Well, Alex, looking at the clock, our time is almost finished for today's episode.
It always goes by so fast when we're sharing good advice. Let's do a super quick recap of the big ideas before we say goodbye.
Okay, we talked about the 5-minute morning routine, thinking in English before getting out of bed.
We talked about changing your smartphone's operating language to English for constant passive exposure.
We discussed the sticky note habit, labeling everything in your apartment like a private classroom.
And don't forget the English shopping list, translating your groceries before you go to the supermarket.
We talked about the sports commentator habit, narrating your chores out loud to practice speaking without fear of judgment.
And using modern 2026 technology, like having a 2-minute daily chat with your phone's AI assistant or using dual subtitles while watching movies.
Finally, we talked about the power of the one-sentence nightly journal to track your amazing progress.
All of these tiny 5-minute actions will weave the English language naturally into your daily life. It won't feel like a boring chore. It'll just become a part of who you are.
Exactly. Learning becomes a lifestyle, not a task. Well, everyone, we truly hope you found these tips helpful and inspiring.
We want to hear from you now. Please scroll down to the comment section below this video or audio track.
Yes, tell us, which of these new habits are you going to try starting tomorrow?
Or if you already have a secret daily habit that helps you practice English, please share it with us in the comments. We want to learn your secrets.
We absolutely love reading your ideas and stories. Your comments make our day so much brighter.
And one final reminder, if this episode helped you today, please don't forget to hit the subscribe button for the Daily English Loop.
Give us a big thumbs up and share this link with your friends or study groups. Let's build a huge community of confident English speakers together.
Thank you all so incredibly much for spending your time with us today. You're all making fantastic progress.
Yes, you are. Be proud of yourself. Keep practicing, stay curious, and we'll see you in the next episode.
Have a wonderful, habit-filled week, everybody. Goodbye.
Bye, friends. See you next time.